And welcome here to another edition of Recruit Spotlight on Husker Online. Sean Callahan, Steve Sipple, as always, Recruit Spotlight brought to you by Tanner Sports Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, 30th and Yankee Hill Road here in Lincoln. And we get a chance on Recruit Spotlight to bring you interviews of some of the top recruits around the country. It's been a lot of fun, really doing these since March. And we've got another great recruit here in the studio from Las Vegas, Bishop Gorman, a 2024 wide receiver, Arizona recruit or commit. Audric Harris joining us here, accompanied his teammates, and 5 of you guys from Bishop Gorman came here. Obviously, you're committed to the Wildcats, but talk about your journey and kind of what wanted you to come out here to Lincoln with your teammates today.
So I'm committed to the Wildcats, Arizona. Since the first 4 out-of-state games, I've been talking to the Nebraska coaches, and they've been really eager to get me out here, texting and calling me almost every day, asking me, when I'm going to come out here. So I kind of talked to my parents and my dad, and, the whole idea to come out here with my teammates was the plan for this week.
Are there other schools, again, you're committed to Arizona, are there other schools that are as aggressive as Nebraska and continuing to pursue you?
Not really. At first it was Kansas State, and then we kind of stopped. It kind of died down with Kansas State, and then Nebraska. They started getting the relationship with them started getting stronger and stronger. So,
did this trip make an impression on you?
Most definitely. The environment that they have here, and the fact that the fans show out every game, and they pack the whole game out every week. And the coach is saying that they travel to the games too, and the rebuilding of Nebraska that they keep talking about is it looks like it's happening. So,
what are your real strengths, Audric, and talk about the season that you're having at Bishop Gorman?
So one of my strengths would be definitely my route running. I think I'm one of the best route runners in the nation, but I might be biased. But I mean, that's just how I am. I work with my dad and my coaches, so working with them, and they're always working on something to get better at my route running. And then this year I just been working on just making plays. I didn't really have much of a year last year because of injury, my hamstring, but this year I had to make up, and I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job of that so far, and I still got 2 more games left to finish it off.
What goes into being a good route runner? How much precision are we talking about? What kind of work are we talking about?
I mean, it's a lot of hours that it takes to perfect, one thing, a lot of hours, a lot of days. I know I work with my dad. He always does the same workouts, almost like every workout. And I always ask him, like, why do we do the same thing every day? But then I go on the field and it translates on the field.
There you go.
That, like the stuff works. So, what I'm saying? If it isn't broke, don't fix it. So that's what I'm gonna keep doing when I get to college. The same routine that I do with him, I'm gonna do by myself when he's not there. Because I know what it does for me on the field, and it shows. So,
Audric, you play for obviously one of the top high school programs in the country in Bishop Gorman. I mean, what are just the real benefits when you play for almost a super team where, I'm just going to guess there's probably 15, 20 Division I legit guys on your roster. Just seeing that every day in practice. I mean, what are the real benefits of that?
One of the main benefits is, competing with the guys that are on the team every day. Whether it's in the O-line, D-line, linebackers, running backs, the secondary and the receivers, and also the quarterbacks. So just going to practice every day and competing against the same guys that are great players, and just building off of that. And then it kind of makes the game easier when you go against other people, because you're going against the best already, so the game should come easy for you.
How much did what you anticipated about Nebraska match up with what you actually experienced?
For what I've seen because I've been doing my research every week, watching past Nebraska games since they've been recruiting me. Mm-hmm. I see the environment on TV, but just being there is crazy. Seeing how crazy everybody is, even in this weather, it's freezing cold outside at that game, and you still got people, crazy fans, no shirt on, screaming. and then the coaches and the players on the sideline, they're all hyped. After every small thing on the field. So
yeah, what was that like? Just the adrenaline rush. You guys landed and you kind of had a race in. You walked in the stadium. I mean, probably what 15, 20 minutes before kickoff.
Yeah, it was. We landed and got picked up and drove straight here. And then right when we got here, as we were walking in, we seen everybody cheering, and then we kind of rushed to the tunnel to see him run out. So like we got here right on time. And seeing that was actually crazy because that's stuff that happens at an NFL game that you don't see that at a college game much.
You see it here. Did you fly into Omaha?
Yeah, we flew into Omaha.
So you bolted down the interstate and got here just in time.
Yeah, our driver, I think he got us here in like 50 minutes. They said it was going to take like
He
an
made
hour.
some time.
He made some time.
Big Ten. I mean, is your first time really coming in the Big Ten country, Midwest?
Yeah, I never really been to a Big Ten game. I was at Penn State over the summer for a camp, but that's the only time I've really been to a Big Ten school.
Is there any distinguishing traits that you saw in the Big Ten that you maybe don't see out west?
Yeah, the fans are crazy. You don't really see like really, fan relate, like, it's fans at every game, and like you go to USC game, there's fans there, but they're not, like my dad's friend said, if they're hot, they're not, or if they're hot, there's going to be a lot of people there. If they're not, there's going to be nobody there.
Right.
So that's what it is out here. Like even if Nebraska's not hot, there's going to be people at the game selling out.
Yep. Now, where you're going, Arizona, they're transitioning to the Big 12. I mean, how much has that kind of changed football where you live, where the Pac-12 is no more, and half the Pac-12 is coming to the Big 10, and the other parts are going to the Big 12 and other places?
I think it's big for me and other recruits, just because the competitiveness that you get in the Big 12, and then how different it is from the Pac-12. So, the schools that are in the Big 12, like Kansas State, Oklahoma State, and those schools like that, those are really good schools. So, and you play against them every week. And then, Pac-12 is breaking up, but you got some of the schools going from Pac-12 to Big 12. So it's not really a big change. So
now, did you go in to college thinking I can play right away, or would you more ease into it?
My mindset going into college is to play right away. I feel like I can play right away. I feel like personally I'm more advanced than other players in certain areas that I think I am. And, all I got to do is just show it on the field when I step on a college campus, when I, go to college. So,
well, Audric, we appreciate you stopping in, joining us here on Recruit Spotlight.
Of course.
That was Audric Harris joining us here from Las Vegas Bishop Gorman High School, a national powerhouse here, Arizona, a wide receiver commit. Once again, Recruit Spotlight brought to you by Tanner's Sports Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, 30th Yankee Hill Road. For Steve Sipple, I'm Sean Callahan, signing off here for another edition of Recruit Spotlight on Husker Online.